boat. Hello, everyone. Hey, fertilized eggs are the best way to do this. You could send live chicks, but there's a lot more issues in that. Whereas the fertilized eggs, there's very few issues, and I do have the incubator ready to go. Hey, number one. Hey, Loretta. I was just sending you back a text. Sure was. Yeah. That's the way to go, baby. I mean, your major hatchers. I can send you one of the boxes I've gotten from them. It's perforated and all that stuff. But yeah, it's best to send fertilized eggs. And you're sending them out of Canada, correct? Oh, I hope so. Yeah, that and if you don't want to do it via one of the pay apps, send me, where I'd make the checkout, the name I'd make the checkout to, and I'll just send you a check for your time and effort. Sure enough. Whichever way, doesn't matter to me. However you want to go about it. Heck, I could send it through. The cheapest way is through Walmart. I go to Walmart. I give them your full name. I have to have your legal name on your driver's license in the state you're in, and you can go into any Walmart in that state with your driver's license and collect those fees or those monies. It's like 1.5%, much cheaper than everybody else. However you want to go about it, you let me know. This is going to be fun. I had a Brahma rooster that stood about 3.5 feet tall. He had spurs that long. I'm not kidding. He was beautiful, multicolored. Oh my God, what a beautiful animal. And he had never turned on me. He's about 2 years old. And one day I used 5 foot, I take galvanized, half-inch galvanized conduit, and I use them as fence posts for my chicken wire. And I'll move those paddocks around. No kidding. I had one in my hand, 5 feet long. And I turned my back on him, and he hit me in the right thigh. Oh my God, he sunk him in about that deep. I'm not kidding you. He nailed me, and I naturally, by just instinct, I turned around with that 5 foot, whack, took his head off. I really did. And it broke my heart. I was like, oh no. I literally had to keep those wounds packed with gauze for about 3 weeks before I could put Band-Aids on them. Dirty birds. Whoa, man. Yeah, it was a trip. And it broke my heart. I didn't want to kill the bird. The moment I went, oh no. Because he was only doing what instinctively, he was just, how do you say, I was top cocked in the walk, and he was challenging me. And it broke my heart. It really did. My wife was like, "Oh no, you killed Toro." That's what I call it, Toro. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that broke her heart. She thought he was fabulous. Yeah. Of course, she married a pretty colorful rooster cock of the walk. So there you go. Hey, number 2 and 3. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. One of my good buddies back down the hill, back where I used to live in the Piedmont area of North Carolina, he raised fighting cocks. Yeah, that was something else to watch that man raise those. He really, I mean, he got $2,500 for one rooster. Often, yeah, buddy. I've been to some of those fights. That was early in my life span. A very close professional acquaint. How you say that? Fellow. Yeah, him and I were real tight. He was in the upper echelon of North Carolina's code enforcement, and I was one of the top mechanical contractors. And we were tight. We used to go out on the weekends, and he would drive so deep into South Carolina, it was ridiculous. And we'd go to those game fights. I never participated other than to gamble. Always betting on his birds, and I did well doing so. And I'll never forget, we pulled up on one cockfight, and as we pulled in, there were no deputy sheriffs taking parking, $20 a car for parking. And I had asked him the first 5 or 6 we'd gone to, I'm like, that's a deputy sheriff. He said, yeah, oh yeah. They sanctioned this. This is how they make their little bit of cash. Wow. So we pull up to one and there's no deputy sheriff. We had been driving 3.5 hours. That man immediately turned around and left. No deputy sheriff, so boss. He said, we're not going to that one. Sure enough, he got busted. You pay your dues to the sheriff or you get busted. Along those lines, the first little house I bought was in a very mixed neighborhood, and Luacians were in there heavy. And catty corner across the street from me were Luacians, and they were wonderful people. And they had a cop fighting ring in their backyard, and every weekend, cops never bothered them. Never bothered them. Now, was I going to call in on them? No, hell no. I was too busy selling weed. I didn't want the cops around. I had to supplement my income somehow. I was raising babies back in the what was it that depression of the late days, whatever they hell. I'm sorry. Yeah, my chief deputy sheriff pretty much told me, and the last state trooper and the last city cop that I've dealt with in the past 2 years, just getting pulled over just cause whatever, just checking me out. Yeah, they don't care anything about pot. They could care less. But one of them told me, he said, look, if you don't if you're not growing more than 6 plants, we don't care. Anything more than that, we may bother with you, but not like it. They're after the fentanyl and the methamphetamine. That's what's killing people. And literally, I've had 3 different agencies, 3 different officers, 3 different agencies tell me, you potheads, we're not worried about y'all. That's a fact. Yep. Pretty cool. Oh, man. See, the beauty about you sending me fertilized eggs is I'm going to get a Brahma rooster out of that. I'll recognize which one's got the most Brahma in it. And the others, I'll, as they become pullets or whatever, I'll remove their testicles from their elbow and raise them as stock meat birds. Sold up. Now my golden coaching rooster and my two golden coaching girls, I'm gonna keep them. I want to keep that bloodline clean. Look at that, y'all. Okay, no kidding. Oh gosh, honey, I've had so many. Oh my goodness. My son got caught up in the meth trade, and two of the ladies I've been known to frequent and enjoy their company got caught up in the fentanyl phase, whatever craze, whatever. One we've lost, and the other, thank God, got caught, got put in prison for 2 years, and cleaned her act up. And I'm in touch with her now, and she's clean, and she wants to come reconnect, get out of the big cities, back to the country, and find a good job up here. And there's plenty of them to find. I'm going to allow her that chance when she's ready. I mean, I love the child. She's 20 years my junior, but thinks the world of me. I think the world of her. And we had a pretty passionate love affair for a while. And who knows? Who knows where that'll go, right? But I got to give her the chance. Yeah. Oh, God Almighty, what? Oh my God! Oh, wow! 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 That's crazy. That is so crazy, man. I mean, that's why I do no pharmaceuticals. Uh, what do I indulge in when it comes to let me escape for a minute? Weed. Yep. My pot. That right there, that's a whole jar of pre-rolls, Northern Lights. Helps me sleep. And that's a vape that help. It's a sativa hybrid indica mix. It's all cannabis. We're not talking about hemp. We're talking about cannabis, true THC. Yeah, yeah. And I'll have a beer. I've been known to have enough beer and or wine, whatever, catch a little buzz. Come on, a grown man. I don't and will not drive after I have a drink. No, hell no. But anyways, whatever. I will go out there and run around behind the little animals when I'm stoned. I've been a pothead since I was 14. Give me a break. I got your address. West Virginia? I thought you were in Canada. Oh, hey, I got them growing. You see it? Oh, wait, darn, that light's supposed to be on. Dang it. Just below that light, there is a block that is growing fungus, happy fungus. Yeah, I had that light on earlier. I'm supposed to run that light 8 hours a day, shut it off, keep airflow on it. So I got my air conditioner pointed at it. Yep. Yeah. So, and the reason I purchased a growing kit was because I'll let them open up and the spores will drop and we'll be able to grow more and more and more. So it's self-sustaining. Yeah. Oh, absolutely, honey. Absolutely. Uh, what I'll do is when I mail that box with the package in it, I'll put a little something in there that will help finance all this stuff. Yep, yep. You'll see. Again, I'll just need you, your whatever name your bank is going to allow you to cash a cashier's check at. And we'll just start from there. Yep. From Nance, nothing Nance for me. Finance. Oh, we're not worried about that. I'm really not worried about it. I like to pay my way. You know what I mean? I don't want someone else burning their treasures on behalf of me when I can. If I couldn't afford what I'm talking about, I'd be asking for charity. Uh, God, wow. I'm so blessed. I am really blessed. My wife thought for sure that, okay, all the men in my family die in their 60s. All the women in her family die in their 90s. So we both thought for sure I'd go. I had a much riskier lifestyle. I built high rises, rode a motorcycle, ran with the wrong crowd. I've had pistols put in my face. I've been shot through the hand. There's a scar right there. You name it. I mean, yeah. So, yeah. So she set up, man, she had herself set up real well and passed away before I did. And I found all that. And so she did well for me. So I'm fortunate that way. That's the one thing I'm not rich. Don't get me wrong. If shit gets any more expensive, it's going to get tight. So, yeah, but I'm not worried about that. Oh, I don't. Damn, Loretta. I can't imagine a bunch of federales putting a shotgun on a lady. What were they scared of, Loretta? What the heck were you pulling? No, it's not cool. No, hell no. I had a home invader, a big old tall Puerto Rican boy, and they were trying to take my house. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I had home invaders. I had what do you call them, squatters during COVID. Sheriff couldn't help me because of COVID eviction rules. All this stuff. It's wild. It's crazy. And their last attempt to drive me out and or get rid of me was this Puerto Rican. And he came in with a axe handle, a waterlogged axe handle, and pow! I was sleeping, and he broke my collarbone. Of course, I wake up. I'm like, what the hell? And he come back down with it, and I blocked it with my. Oh shit! I come up out of there, and he beat the hell out of me with that thing. I finally got the axe handle controlled. We both had our hands on it, but I had it under control. And he reached his waistband and pulled out a pistol. And it was a natural reaction for me. I immediately yanked and he shot me through the hand. And I pulled it out of bam down across the side of his face with the handle of the gun, and it cut him wide open. And ran into the kitchen, and I poured him the gun, made him sit down, and he told me everything that was going on. It was a crazy revelation. Who was involved in all this? Let's just say my son died not long after that. And I have every reason to believe he died at the hands of those people. He was involved. It was weird. And it was all because of his meth addiction. Fucking ridiculous. Oh, I see. Yeah, I see. I've been to Cancun. That was fun. I even took my family into the city on the bus. And I had one fella, you know, real thick Mexican. Sir, it's not safe for you here. You need to go back to your facility. Or was it your conclave or whatever it is, right? We were staying at all inclusive resort. Yeah, he really did. Well, see, I was down there buying silver. And I guess he noticed his fellow Mexicans kind of eyeballing me with my wife, my son, my daughter in tow. And he said, "You need to get on the next bus. I stay here with you." And he did. He stood right there with us. See, we were waiting on a cab. He said, "No, no, no. You need to get on the bus. The next bus comes through. You need to get on that bus." And it was so crowded we had to stand. But yeah, we got on that bus. And to this day, I can see his face. Never got his name. Yep. Sure enough. Crazy stuff. And of course, my wife was like, "I told you." I'm like, I know. Life's too damn. Yeah, come on now. You gotta take, if you go, yeah. I don't, I don't say I've always been a risk taker, but I've always pushed the line so I can experience the fullness of this world. Honestly, I guess. What do you think about Wayne's outlook, or well, just to let you know how I feel about Wayne? That man has experienced life at such a dynamic. I don't know how to say it. You think about all he's experienced. That's a wise man. No kidding. No kidding. When I take my life experiences and meld them with his life experiences, I'm like, oh my God, man, you and I are on the same freaking page. Yeah, I love me some Wayne. I'd love to meet him in person. He's got to be a dynamic, powerful presence. If you know him, and where he stands. But no stuff, Loretta. I've got those the biddies have come to their. Oh yeah, I hate it. I miss it when I miss. Hang on, I gotta plug this in. Yeah, I hate it when I miss his live streams. I really do. Well, I shouldn't say I hate it. I'm disappointed in myself for missing him and Chuck Swindle Jr. If you're not familiar, I highly recommend his channel. Chuck Swindle Jr. You'll find it. But yeah, his thoughts, his understanding resonates with me big time. I guess I came to comprehend that Jesus is a literary character, not a flesh and blood historical character. It's all allegoric and parable, and we can gain a lot from that. And then it tickles me when Christians really put everything into the King James Bible. Well, I mean, the King James Bible was authorized by a 33-degree Mason, a Luciferian named King James. And then it was canonized by a corporate entity we call the Vatican, which is Luciferian. I mean, they literally every Easter broadcast worldwide as the cantor of the Pope, which means he speaks for the Pope, sings a song that worships Lucifer as God and Jesus to be his son. And this is where we get the 66 books canonized. I don't know where to go with that at this moment. I mean, I've had a lot of thoughts before about it, but not kind of. Wow. I married into a very Masonic family. My mother-in-law was absolutely drenched in Luciferianism. She was an Eastern Star, and she was pretty high ranking in her lodge. And she believed that Lucifer rescued us from a malevolent God who had us trapped in the garden. And Lucifer brought us independence of that through knowledge. What we now call technology. He brought us all this fabulous technology. And I mentioned, but Mom, did we not lose our light being, our light force, and begin to experience the duality of hate, love, pain, pleasure? Yep. And she was like, small price to pay for this fabulous technology. That's what she felt about it. Between my mother and my mother-in-law, there was the two greatest, wisest individuals I experienced in my life. My mother-in-law, a true Luciferian, was the most loving, caring, brilliant. I mean, she brought 4 families together and integrated them into one harmonious group. We're talking about spouses passing away and marrying and integrating stepchildren and children into one, and grandchildren and great-grandchildren into one harmonious unit. She did that. And when she passed, that dissolved. All of it dissolved. I haven't spoken to any of those people since their funeral. It's sad, really. I enjoy my step-nephews, nieces, and step-brother-in-laws, step-sister-in-laws. But again, without her there to coalesce, we lost it all. That's a fact. Incredible work. My mother was wise beyond oh wow. She went 13 years primary school in a convent and then 4 years college in a convent, and could write old English script freehand, perfect. She could read a novel that thick in a day and a half. And I could sit beside her as a little boy and ask her what she read yesterday, and she'd tell me the whole story. Like that. Crazy. Brilliant women I've had in my life. My professional mentor, hell of a guy. Hell of a guy. He taught me so much. Yeah. And I'm not reading the chat right now. And when you think about it, that warp speed, how much wisdom did they take from us when they attacked those old folks' homes? Those that got caught up in that and were told, "Boo, you have this. You need to go isolate." Oh my God! They took so much wisdom from us in that moment of time, overload, that timeline. Crazy. And it's done all. We all know that. Anyway, I'll look at the comments. Hang on. Y'all. I wouldn't say that's unfortunate in no way. See, I'm of the Norse Maxwell clan, and we were the last castle to fall to King Edward on behalf of King James. And we continued to be a burr under the saddle of Saxe Coburg Gotha House of Windsor for several decades, if not a century, post Scotland losing its independence to the British. My people have been put in their towers. We've been tortured. Come to find out, the Maxwell clan literally, their big thing after the war and Scotland lost was sabotage. We were saboteurs. We were locked in their towers, tortured, you name it. The Maxwell clan. And now why does Ghislaine and her dad Robert claim the name Maxwell when her name actually ends in Stein? Well, to denigrate the name. Yeah. The clan. We have nothing to do with those damn demons. Period. We died at the battle where Braveheart hollers out, "McLeod!" Why does he holler that out? Because the McLeods did not show to the fight. They did not fight for King James. And that's the matriarchal side of Trump. Traitors. That's a fact. Crazy. My lineage, wow, yeah. I mean, John Clerk Maxwell. That's Clerk with an E. James Clerk Maxwell. Look at that. Tesla said he stood on the shoulders of Maxwell. That's my great-great-great-grandpa or uncle, I'm not sure. Einstein said I stand on the shoulders of Tesla, which means he stands on the shoulders of my great-great-uncle or grandpa. My uncles and grandpa, etc., great-great-great, built a castle in the 15th century in a marsh that stands today. You can't do that. We can do that today in a marsh. How the hell do you build a castle in a marsh? You got to dig down the bedrock in a marsh and then come up. How do you get a cornerstone the size of a VW Bug across a marsh, dig down the bedrock and place that, and come up with a castle that stands today? My people were wizards. Well, that's all I can figure out. No kidding. 20 years ago, I saw this coming. No kidding. This coming. Now, the details, no. All I knew is that food was going to get short. I thought, what's the number one thing I can do to protect my family from famine? Raise birds that produce eggs. 3 most nutritious things in the world. Mother's milk. That includes raw milk bovine or goat or whatever else you milk. but mainly, we can access Robovan and Raw goat milk. Number one nutritious substance in the world. Number two, eggs. That's right, eggs. Number three, sardines. That cabinet right there, packed full of cans of sardines. Why? Well, for when the shit hits the fan, that's why. For grains, I have two galvanized 55-gallon trash cans full of rice, beans, and flavoring packets that I have dusted in diatomaceous earth. This will allow them to last up to 15 years. I simply wash the diatomaceous earth off and fix my rice and beans. Throw some flavor in those, and then I have protein and carbohydrate. Excuse me. Oh, goodness gracious. You think? Come on, Loretta. You got to know by now. I can't prove this. Hang on a minute. Whoa, that may be. Oh. The best thing, excuse my nastiness, the best thing, okay, no kidding. Well, cannabis is the number one expectorant in the world. I'll never forget. Okay, I go over to, he's like a nephew to me. He was born a week after my daughter was born, and his mother and my wife were best friends. So naturally, I had to put up with her husband, Sammy. Hey, he was a pretty good old guy. Anyways, this boy and my daughter were always in a playpen on the weekends with us over there at the ball at my big entertainment center in the middle of my house. I built my house, my kitchen, and everything around a big bar where, when you say bar, I don't mean to eat, drink, you name it. So my house was kind of the party house, right? Because I had the accommodations. Big deck, big den, bar, kitchen, everything. Yeah, that's the way I built the house, to socialize. Anyways. Oh, wow, I lost track of what I was talking about. What did you say? Damn it. Anyways, yeah. Oh, man. What the hell? I lost track of my thoughts. I'm sorry, y'all. I got to thinking about Donna and them babies. So Daniel, that's his name. That is his name. I just go visit him. He had moved into Charlotte from Enochville, believe it or not. I built a house in Enochville, and then I built or restored a cabin in the woods, in the mountains, at the base of Mount Nebo. Look that up in your Bible. Enochville and Nebo. It's crazy, my life. Anyway, no stuff. I go to Daniel's house, and they're playing Pog. Whatever, they flip their little thing. And there's young adults. They're in their early 20s. They're sitting in a circle, and they're playing this childish game, right? That's cool. I mean, we played childish games too. I didn't at that age, but yeah, they matured a little bit slower than we did. Gen X or whatever. So he says, hey, Pop, you want to do a dab? A dab. I'd never done a dab. I didn't know what a dab was. Sure, I trust him. What's he talking about? He told me. I said, hell yeah, I'll do one of them. Man, I did that rig. He said, dude, yeah, keep pulling. All right, hit the hit button, boom, bam. Oh my God, my chest expanded that big around. It just, wow. Oh, he said, now stand up. I stood up. Whoa, shit. And I felt it. I knew I had to go outside. And I ran outside to a pine tree, and I'll never forget, had my shoulder against that pine tree, and honey, I left so much mucus at the bottom of that pine tree. It literally, that expert, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll say it. That expectorant cleared me. I mean, my nose was clear, my throat was clear, my bronchos were, everything just emptied. All that mucus, bam! Whoa! I had to literally go to the lawn, the hose pipe, and wash my face off, gather myself. I walk back, walk back in. I sit back down. They're playing in the pong, and they're giggling. We all giggling about how about it, pops. I'm like, whoa! And I'll never forget. I said, I don't have to leave anytime soon, do you? Because I didn't want to drive. Whoa! He said, no, pops, you're good to stay all you want. We're good to go. You want another hit? And I said, no, I think I'm good. Those kids got a kick out of that. Yeah, buddy. But that's what just happened with that right there. Same thing. If I hit it real hard, it will clear. Yeah, it's crazy. It's a great expectorant. It really is. I'm no doctor, YouTube, so don't be pulling that. Oh, doctor said. Oh yeah, honey. Oh God, amazing, amazing, great expectorant. Eating the oil. This right here, it reduces inflammation incredibly. I mean, God, it does. Oh man, wow, the benefits are incredible. Well, I mean, I wish I could remember the numbers in the book, but I always forget. It'll come to me. But just, yeah, the herbs that bear seed and the fruits, the trees that bear fruit are all you need. And that's coming straight from Jesus. And I trusted in that. I really did. And full disclosure, I lost 110 pounds before I was able to source the really good stuff that I needed. And I got scared and I agreed to 35 radiation treatments. Do I regret it? It damaged me. I have no saliva glands in this side of my face, so my saliva gets real thick. If I talk a lot, my mouth gets real dry. So I always got to keep something to drink. I'm like how? Look, I don't want to bottle water. Hell no. Water's. Do I want to put Tang in it or something? No. What am I going to do? So I literally mango juice. I use mango juice and seltzer water. The seltzer water cuts that thick phlegm because of I'm only producing so much saliva and it gets real thick. It chokes me. So yeah, I use seltzer water to cut that, and I flavor it with a splash of mango juice. Mango enhances the effects of cannabis, so it's a win-win. Pretty much all I drink, unless of course I want to add a little something to it, and I do from time to time. Hey everybody, thanks for being here. By the way, love y'all. Yes, my life experiences, I don't know, this cheap ass air conditioner in here, I'm sure y'all hear that in the background. I apologize for that, but it gets hot real fast in here. I can't wait until my new house is built. I married into a very Masonic family, and I learned a lot from that side. And my dad was a celebrity in town, and wow, what? Oh, West Virginia. Oh, I listen. I thought you were in Canada. You're in West Virginia, correct? I mean, your address said WV, so there you go. Having worked outside all my life, it being in the 90s in West Virginia right about now, you'll get another cool snap, and then summer will kick in. If the geoengineers decide to allow that, but that's the normal cycle. We'll see. They have us in a major drought right here. Now, okay, I'm right where they want their lithium, their quartz, their water, the whole nine. I've got it all right here. We know that's why they put Helene on us. They didn't run me out. Will I get my home and my vehicles painted baby blue or Carolina blue before they come through here? Before they come here through here with the directed energy weapons and burn us all out? I don't know. So far, I've been just close to making it. Oh yeah, what we used to talk about targeted individuals, not anymore. They met every goal they put forth for Agenda 21. Okay, a lot of people say 201. Well, I got news for you. That's a planet. That's a globe. That's not a zero. It's Agenda 21. Agenda 30, they're right on track to meet every goal. And what are their goals? I think we all know. I harken back to Deagle.com. Enough said. If you're not familiar, wow, hit me with an email. I'll let you in on it. No stuff. Yeah, they're there. Yeah, I mean, during the BHO regime, we saw them moving military assets. I mean, we're talking about Abram tanks, Abram, you name it. I mean, heavy duty damn stuff all around, everywhere. Everybody was seeing them on the railroad, you know, going everywhere. If you don't think they could put those underground and have them ready to go, you're crazy. And these people think generationally, much less, you know, okay, decade to decade. Well, think about it this way. Every single post-human, those that have been transfected, are no longer Homo sapien. They're Homo org sapien. And they didn't show us a bunch of zombie movies for nothing, right? These would be flesh and blood robots for the most part. I mean, Sabrina Wallace has already told us that it has proven beyond a shadow of a doubt with irrefutable, demonstrative evidences. The woman's brilliant in her field. They're already into all of us at the bone marrow level. So you can imagine those who took the Jabberwockies have been transfected into a post-human, transhuman species they openly call Homo Borg sapien. They can do anything they want with these people. Put anything they want in their head, they'll never recognize it. Have I been attacked with V2K? Horse to skull? Yeah, I know I have. I'm okay. I have every reason to believe, this is my opinion, YouTube, I have every reason to believe I have been. Oh yeah. I knew they were in my own voice, sounded like my inner narrative, but no, I'd never speak to myself that way. I'd never tell myself to do that. Never. It's never crossed my mind before. So why would I believe those assholes now? It's crazy. And I think Rod said it. I think it was Rod's today in Wayne's presentation. He said, "Know thyself." Oh, buddy, let me tell you. Yes, sir. That's what took my little brother out. He didn't know thyself. Yep. He had taken 3 Jabberwockies and they were logging into him hardcore, using him as a modem. Oh, I could go into having federal agents standing in my kitchen, threatening me. Soft disclosure threats. I told them, off my property under no circumstances would they stay there, and they knew it from what they could see in my pocket. They left. They didn't leave me alone. They just left my property. Right? You have to understand, I built high risers and I blew architects for engineers out of the water. I hold more certificate and more receipts than any one of those lying son of a bitches. That's a fact. There were no damn planes. Get a grip. Did you pass 8th grade science class? Do you understand density? Aluminum, structural steel, concrete? It's like throwing a damn rabbit through a wall. Shut up, you ignorant son of a bitches. No kidding. I went after them hard. I lost that channel. When? When did they take down my original YouTube channel that I'd had since the first year YouTube came online? When did they take that channel down? With all that 9/11 information, with all that chemtrail information, the studies I'd been involved in, collecting water, giving my blood to physicians, having what do you call it? Phlebotomists take my blood, collecting rainwater, having it analyzed through chemists, well-known chemists in my area, involved with the 3 physicians I was involved with. Motherfuckers. I'm no dumbass. Wow. I forgot my point, but you get my point. Damn it. See, I get upset about it. Why? People are being women and children, fathers, mothers, uncles, brothers, and sisters. You think I've had it tough? Be a Palestinian today. Be a Lebanese today. Southern Lebanon. Paradise Valley. God, there's so many to even. Why are they not pulling out the exotic weapons in this war? that's supposed to have a ceasefire right now, straight to Hormuz. Why are they not showing the mainstream? Yeah, because it would prove all of us correct that you cannot turn stainless steel and porcelain within a household to white dust with a forest fire or a house fire. It's impossible. And I bring the certificates and receipts that, steel fabricator, boiler maker. I built high rises for a living. I have to say this over and over again. Why? Well, like George Bush said, repeat it and it will become the truth. Their lies go around the world 5 times before my truth gets out of 4 people on my live chat. So anyways, my first channel was taken down 7 days after Trump took office at 70 years, 7 months, 7 days old. Coincidence? I think not. If you've never visited the frescoes, they're gone now. They took them down. In the Bank of America building, atrium, uptown Charlotte, which Trump visited on his 70th birthday before going to Greensboro on his 70th birthday for his 70th rally. What? Shut up. What is a 70-year-old man doing running around on his birthday, visiting Charlotte, standing in front of frescoes, and then flying on to Greensboro to do a rally? He's already got it locked up. See what I mean? It's all symbolic. And then I could get into the fact that it's Presbyterian, and when you walk out the door, you're right down the street, it walks right into a Presbyterian hospital. He's a hospitaler. They stand on the red and white square. That would be the Scottish Rite are about technology. The York Rite, which Trump is, he's a York Rite. Power has been transferred. And they're all about the blood, all about genetics and the blood. The life is in the blood, and they know it. No shit. Just ask yourself, why does Red Cross go to disaster areas collecting blood? What the hell? They might be a little juiced up, right? Yeah. I'm coming up on an hour. I've told myself, damn it, Max, you gotta quit. So, bless you for being here. Everything I've said today on my 420 report, those who monitor my YouTube channel and try to find anything to pull me down, to censor my speech against my God-given right to say the damn thing I want to. This is all my opinion. Okay, cool. Loretta, I'll be in touch via text. We can call and talk. Yeah. I'm not going to call you, honey. I don't know your marital status or anything. So if you want to call me, I know to speak. And let's get these, that Brahma genetics filtered into my flock. Y'all, whatever you can do, put back as much canned tuna, beans, rice, whatever you can do, put it back. It's going to get high. It's going to get expensive. If you have any addictions, get off of them. If you're on any pharmaceuticals that you can live without, it might be painful, but you can live without. Yeah, get rid of that. Don't worry about it. You have to come away from that. Because when the supply lines, if they do, and they very well may, we're right there on the precipice, come to a screeching halt, you're gonna need to know what herbs you have growing wild around you to medicate, whatever. Yeah, I'm not kidding. I'm no expert in any of this. The only thing an expert about is pretty much steel fabrication, construction of some of the world's largest modern monoliths. I've been right there, and that's all. That's pretty much what I know. And of course, what there's up there. We found it's pretty much fly coal ash slurries aerosolized into aluminum, barium, and strontium. But then they've thrown a lot of other crazy shit in there. We found non-genetic, no life form, but yet within each section of a filament, there would be a desecrated human blood cell. What the fuck? How's that raining down out of the sky? Weird. God forbid. If you go outside and you find one tick on you, start paying a lot of attention. Packing tape. Take it off the roll, cut it, right? And then put it on where the sticky part, on your ankles and your wrists, where the sticky part is out. So it's out. And you'll catch them. Yeah. If they're in your area. Thank God, I've not seen a tick in my area yet. Thank goodness. I still have deer in my side yard. They look perfectly healthy. The persimmon trees I planted that used to feed them so much, they're gone down the river. But we will replenish that. Yeah. Bless y'all. Peace. 420 report. I'm out.